Chapter 8, Mishnah 7. The Mishnah gives a final example of something that cannot become tame from an item itself, but only from what that item made tame. This Mishnah discusses things that make teruma that they touch unfit. Generally, when tuma is passed from one thing to another, the tuma goes down one level with each transmission, until the level is too low for the tuma to be transmitted any farther. In the case of ordinary food, chulin, the level of tuma can decrease until the second level, sheni. For example, if a sheretz, which is an avatuma, touches a food, the food becomes a rishon. If that rishon food then touches other food, the second food becomes a sheni. There is no lower level of tuma in the case of chulin. If the sheni food touches another food, nothing happens to that other food. In the case of teruma, however, things can go down one level lower to the third level, shlishi. Thus, if sheni food touches teruma, the teruma becomes unfit pasul. That is, the teruma has received the shlishi level of tuma, which makes it unfit for eating. In light of the above, the Mishnah says, whatever makes teruma that it touches unfit for eating, such as unrinsed hands, makes liquids that it touches tame to be a first level of tuma, a rishon by rabbinic law. This first level of tuma is then able to make one thing tame, and that tame item can in turn make one more thing unfit. This rule applies to everything except for a tevel yom. Although a tevel yom makes teruma that it touches unfit, it does not make liquids like a rishon. Everything else, however, that makes teruma unfit makes liquids into a rishon, as the Mishnah said at the beginning. And if those rishon liquids now touch even a chulin food, the food becomes a sheni, even though the unrinsed hands or some other sheni themselves would have no effect on the chulin. If the chulin food that became tame from the tame liquid could speak, it would say in surprise to the tame liquid, "What made you tame, the unrinsed hands or other sheni, could not make me, the chulin food, tame. But you, the liquid who became tame only from the unrinsed hands or other sheni, did make me, the chulin food, tame."